Hi guys, Tab here, hope you're all keeping well. We're not going to be going too far in this video. It's going to be a stationary one. It's very kindly sponsored by the guys at Screen Protect. So you've got your nice Porsche Taycan, and then of course this, yes, the dreaded fingerprints all over your screens. And if you've got a Taycan, you'll know they have a lot of screens. So Screen Protect, the guys and girls there, very kindly contacted me and said, would I like to try some of their product on the Taycan to see how it gets on. Now we protect our phones, why wouldn't we protect our car? They do two versions of this. They do a HD version, which is the one we're going to be looking at today, and an anti-glare version. And I'm in the UK, where the sun makes a very rare appearance indeed, and glare has never really been a problem on the Taycan screen. So the version we're going to be looking at today is that HD version. If you live in a very sunny country, or you maybe have the pano roof in yours, you might want to consider the anti-glare one, and potentially it could hide those fingerprints a little bit better than the HD one. But the idea of the screen is, number one, to protect that screen, and number two, to reduce the impact of those fingerprints, those dreaded fingerprints that really get on my nerves. If you're a stickler for a clean car, like myself, yeah, they're just very frustrating to look at. So we're going to see the effect that it has on those, hopefully reduction in those fingerprints. It goes on, the protection goes on very similar to a PPF in that it goes on wet. We're going to be looking at the application process in this video. I'm told reliably it's not a PPF. It is specifically designed for your car screens because obviously they're touch sensitive, right? So that needs to continue to work. We're going to just check out the application process, get it onto a few of the screens and see how it performs. That's part of this video. So let's crack on with that process and hopefully reduce those dreaded fingerprints. So the kit itself is very simple. It contains this little bottle, which is filled at the bottom with a little soap lubricant. You top it up with water from the tap, as I've done so here. You also get a microfiber cloth and a little squeegee, which looks a little bit like a razor blade, which is of course used for getting the moisture out from underneath the film after application. And of course, the film itself, which you can see there. Now you can pay for insurance and get an additional roll there should something go a little bit wrong with the first application. We've got that here, but I'm going to give it a try and see how we get on. Now the first thing of course you've got to do is clean this screen. Now you can see there, yes, there's fingerprints all over this right now, so remove the excess dust there and then use this solution here, mist that up a little bit there. I'm actually going to wipe it because I really want to get rid of those fingerprints first, then give it a final spray again. So the screen is nice and clean. The next stage is to apply the film. I'm starting with this screen here because it's the first thing I'm doing, so I'd like to use it as a bit of a test run too, to learn the process myself, and it's of course nice and near and easy to access. So this is the first one we're going to be doing. And to apply this, we need to moisten the screen and then moisten both sides of the film. Now, the film is there. The front side obviously is facing up, and the side that is going to be attached to the screen is on the underside. So what I'm going to do is simply mist up the screen here, like so, and then start to remove the film from the backing. So I'm going to spray the front of it there like so, and then also, and it's quite a good little spray bottle to be fair, so you get a nice fine mist, which is exactly what you want. Make sure it's sort of covered all over there, and there we go. So that's done. Now let's gently lay the film on. This is going to be the fun bit here, I think. Yeah, that's going on really very well indeed. Of course, the screen coming into life there because it thinks I'm in it. Okay, and that is lined up. Okay, that's the screen protector on there. So what we need to do now is, of course, squeegee out the excess liquid like so. So let's do that now. Starting from the middle. Okay, so simply making sure that this is nice and moist on both sides so that we can, of course, squeeze that over. And of course, it is going to activate the screen. because you are indeed touching it. So that, I think, is looking pretty good. So let's get that moisture away from around the edges there, like so. Excellent. So that is it. The first screen is protected. You can still see a slight haze underneath. I am reliably informed though that will dissipate over the next few days or so, just as that excess moisture evaporates through and out of the system, and then it should be completely consistent across the screen. But yeah, relatively straightforward process. It does seem a little bit bizarre spraying a screen, but no different to what you'd do probably if you were cleaning it at some point anyway. And of course these things are designed, right, for that. People spill drinks on them, etc. So, you know, the engineers have thought about this, and a little bit of light moisture I don't think is going to cause any issues at all. So the next screen we're going to do is this one, of course, the other touch screen. So very much the same process that we did before. I'm simply just going to spray and use my clothy. You can squeegee clean, but I think I get much better results, much more consistent, quick results by going down this road here. Always, you know, have a large stash of microfiber cloths available, so that's looking pretty much good to go. So same process as before, where we simply remove the screen protector, ensuring that it is nicely sprayed on both sides, which it is, and then moisten the screen there. And this one might be a little bit more fiddly because of the position of the screen. So I might be shifting this one around a little bit. Let's see how we get on. No, that's very good indeed. Nice fit there, really good fit. Lovely. Look at that, that's gone on really well, really nicely. And now it is just a case of squeegeeing that, so let's drive that excess moisture out there, both sides, ensuring that the film doesn't move, of course, throughout this process. Yeah, that's gone on very nicely indeed. Very nicely. Right, let's get that excess moisture off the system there. And of course, it's nothing too dangerous there. It's just a little bit of lubricant, soap and water. So nothing harsh it's going to cause any damage. That has gone on really well. I'm very, very pleased with that. And of course, Porsche logo there. Porsche logo looking very cool behind that. Excellent. So I think we're pretty much, yeah, I'd say we're done there. That's it. As simple as that. All right, so I'm going to make my way around the car now and protect the entire thing. It's the same process, but literally, if I detach the camera here, every screen in this car has a template for it. If you can see the extents of the templates that we've got here, we've got one for the dashboard itself, but every possible protector you could imagine comes in this kit. So it's very extensive, very easy to do. And yeah, I think we're going to be good to go. So last one that we're going to do here is the dash screen. I've never had any problem seeing the Taycan. There's such bright screens that I'm really not worried about needing anti-glare on this. It would be interesting to see what the anti-glare looked like because they do that as another product. So maybe that's something we can check out in the future. But as I say, if you've got nice bright displays, the HD version is the slightly cheaper option of the two as well. So same process as before. Let's just give this a good clean. As I say, I've got my own yellow cloth here, which I'm using initially, and then I'm going to go over this one with the microfiber as well, just to ensure it's nice and clean. Now, the problem I have, of course, is I keep pressing the buttons because, of course, you've got buttons down here and here. Not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. It's just going to be part of the process. So that's nice and clean now. And then, again, the same process as before. Where you see excess air bubbles in it, just re-wet the top there, glide back over it, just to kind of work those out. There we go, we are good to go. In terms of the installation, it needs to be done when it's nice and warm, so do ensure that you're not doing this in the cold, and obviously do it where you've got adequate light as well, so you can see everything that is going on during your install process. But that's gone on rather wonderfully, and we're fully protected. Fantastic. You wouldn't even know. Other thing, of course, is does the touchscreen still work? And yeah, it works very nicely indeed. No issues there at all, so we're good. And just as a little note on that, the first screen I did, you can already see those bubbles and any undulations disappearing as the liquid evaporates out. So it does appear to be working as expected, which is great news. So don't be alarmed if it doesn't look quite right at first. It's definitely settling. So that is it. The entire car is now protected, and it was indeed a very straightforward process. In fact, quite good fun, and if I can do it, yeah, you can probably do it as well. But those initial undulations and bubbles that were under the screen are already starting to dissipate. I was a bit nervous at first. Have I done it correctly? But yeah, it's just part of the process. You just got to trust it. They will indeed fade over time as that moisture layer evaporates out from between the screen and the film. It just takes a little bit of time for science to do its thing. But I would potentially like to try the anti-glare version just to see how they look on the screen as well. But this HD version seems to be looking very good. And yeah, if you are forever cleaning your fingerprints off your screen, it's probably only a matter of time before you get swirl marks on there or scratches from a cloth or whatever. So it is a good idea to protect your screens, I think. As I say, we do it with our phones. And if you do already have scratches or scuffs on your screen, I'm told that putting one of these films on will hide, if not completely conceal, those scratches and scuffs. So that might be worth something to try versus an expensive screen replacement if you've really scratched your screen up. The process has been very straightforward. There is a link available in the description if you want to order these. Also a discount you can use, discount code at checkout. For the code is TAB. So really appreciate the guys for doing that. But yeah, from what I can see, nice little product. I do have to say the fit does seem pretty good. So whatever cutter they're using is doing the business there. But that's it for this one. Stay safe, stay well. See you in the next one. Bye for now.